Authenticity is everything. Be yourself. No one else is like you, and that is simple. If you can't be yourself, then why try to be yourself, right? Because you can't be a Jeffrey Dean Morgan, right? You can't be a Logan Paul, right? And you damn sure can't be, the Titanic, right? Because if you're trying to be the people that have made the Titanic, right? Titanic was made professionally, right? Right? Your parents had sex one night. You gotta think, how do I make it in the world? You gotta think, right? You gotta think. Nikola Tesla made Titanic, right? Be the biggest ship in the world. Make it was to last over 100 years, maybe 1,000 years. It sunk in one night. It sunk after being on a week of being on the ocean, right? You gotta prove to people that you can make it. You gotta prove people. You gotta prove people that you can make it. Prove people that you'll be better than what they said about you, right? Right? You gotta make yourself the archangel of your own story. You gotta make yourself the hero. You become the Batman of your own story, right? The Han Solo, right? Meaning, you gotta be the person who has to wake up, stay up all night, wondering how I will make it, wondering how I will be the hero, wondering if I will be the one who'll be lucky to make 1,000,000, 1,000, right? 60 grand a year, right? A woman, whatever it may be, trans, it does not matter. The point is, you gotta wonder, will I make it? Will I be this person? Will I be that person? Because you gotta wonder, right? Right? You can't be the next Jensen Ackles, but you can be the next best thing. And that is the fact. Come from this southern man to the next person. Watches this, could be in New York, you could be a 10-year-old kid listening to what I'm saying right now, and that's good. That's great. But the point is, you gotta be better than the next. You don't have to be better than the next, but you gotta try to prove your point. You gotta try to make people see who you are, what you're for, and what you're trying to make yourself be. Right? You can't just be some penny loafing moron. Right? You can't just be a person trying to figure out the world like it's a game. Because the world ain't a game. If you think the world's a game, right, you're going to be playing it like you're the last one on earth. Right? And you're going to be playing it like it's the last ever dish effort. You're just going to be going to the last quarter of the mile. And that's a fact. You're going to be playing it till you have nothing to play. Right? Right? Think about the Liver King for a minute, right? Mr. Oh, I'm all straight. I'm Mr. All Natural, right? He wasn't natural. Anything but that. Right? But the fact is, you make the path. You make the career. You make the choices. You are the person of your own path. You are the person of your own dream. But, and that's what I'm trying to say, right? You, think about Mike Tyson, right? Hell, right? He was a kid with a dream, right? A kid with a dream and become a professional boxer. But that wasn't always his dream. His original dream was to raise birds for a living. Right? Right? Hell, Think about the man that's on the penny. Right? His original plan, right, was not to become the president of the United States of America. Right? His original plan was to be a cherry tree farmer who just happened to be one of the first ever American wrestlers. But before it was considered fake. You know? You get what I'm trying to say. You get the point of what I'm saying, right? You can make 100, 1,000 videos a day, right? But you could star in 1,000,000 different movies. If you're trying to be an actor, you could star in 1,000,000 different indie films before you get that one big Hollywood film you're looking for, right? Kevin Smith is one of the biggest independent film directors ever, right? He now owns Dogma again. And that's the truth. He now legally owns the film Dogma. But he got the rights back from Weinstein. The Weinstein brothers. Right? I don't have to explain how crazy it is that they own the rights to a film that they didn't direct, they didn't produce whatsoever, or they just back the person. So yeah. Right? Dreams can fold. Dreams can be crazy. Life is nuts, and that is as simple as that. I mean, my birthday, June the 11th, right, is the number of people being rich, right? Everybody born that year is rich. But born in that number, June the 11th. Born June the 11th, right? Well, what do you mean, Michael? But if you're born June the 11th, think about it for a minute. It's a famous number. The 11th is one of the God numbers. Right? Right? 11. 11 and 11. Right? Now, who's born in that number? Right? Who was born June the 11th? Now you're probably thinking, right? June is the 6th month. But June means 11. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah. Right? June means 11. Yeah. Okay. Now we're into the gist of things here. Aren't we now? Yes, indeed, we are. Put that back over there. But you get the point of what I'm trying to say, right? But Jake Weber was born June the 11th. I mean, yeah, born June the 11th. Right? If you don't know who Jake Weber is, Jake Weber is a famous YouTuber. Not the only person, right? There's upwards of 30 people born June the 11th. Different decades, right? It's crazy. Billionaires, YouTubers alike. It's one of them things that's just wild to explain. And you're probably thinking, is that the last thing you're going to say? No, not even close. But the last thing I want to say is this. Did you know that taxes was made accidentally? That taxes was made to tax rich people? Right? It was originally made just to tax people of a higher class. Yeah. People like Donald Trump. But the president, Donald Trump. People, that have, like the Queen of England. Matter of fact, it was her that was getting taxed. Yeah. That's how long ago it was. But this whole video is talking about luck. This whole video is talking about things that are good, bad, that can happen. But when I was a kid, my sister and me was playing outside in the little dirt patch outside of this house, right? where I'm at here in Dandridge, Tennessee, right? And my leg right here, my left leg that I just touched, got cut open, right? I cried a little child that I was, you know, and it hurt like a motherfucker. Yeah, that was some shit luck, right? But beyond that point, right? Bad things happen, good things happen. Bad will, you know, bad things come in 3, right? Good things come in 10, right? That's why they say, the old saying used to be, keep 3 pennies, keep 10 nickels away, right? But there's a famous story, a Greek-Roman story, that the first person he whacked himself with, he whacked hand whaps, but it wasn't regular old hand whaps, he whacked with chainmail, right? But it wasn't just chainmail, right? It was chainmail, water, and oil. Right? It was chainmail, water, oil, and I don't know if I'm getting that exactly right, but that's not the point, right? So his hands wouldn't burn, his hands wouldn't fall off when he fought the right? Since the tiger would bite into his hand, he didn't want it to fall off, so he wanted the tiger to break the lion to break his teeth. He wanted the tiger, the lion, because he had to fight a tiger, a lion, apparently that day. Like, so here's some shit luck. Right? Now I'm going to end the video here in a second, right here. Right? Right? Before I do you know the ring light represents a halo? Right? The thing over an angel's head. Right? You didn't know that? Yeah. A ring light represents a halo. Right? Did you know that cocoa leaves, right, can make cocaine? Right? The cocoa leaves can also make cocoa, hot cocoa, right? And you can also make chocolate. Now talk about some good luck, bad luck, and just pure craziness. Yeah. Peace out.